What's happening? This is Joshua Boetsi, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Now, this is probably one of the hardest ones that I have to make when it comes to these football ones. Okay, I don't have like a lot of them, but with Liverpool, much like the one with Manchester United, Tottenham, Arsenal, Newcastle, England, and the greatest world. But with Liverpool, it's so difficult because, my goodness, they've had a hell of a lot of players, and you can only have 11 football players on the pitch plus 5 substitutes in certain positions. So, of course, many people will look at this screen right now and go, well, where's Robbie Fowler? Where is this player? Where is that player? I mean, that's fine, and I respect all that, but who is it that you would like to take out of the team to put these ones in? Okay, it's very difficult. So, unfortunately, a lot of quality players are going to have to go sit in the crowd. But anyway, this is my 11 for Liverpool on their history. I said very, very difficult to choose, that is for sure. I put Bruce Grobbelaar in goal. Now, I vaguely remember Bruce Grobbelaar. Of course, he's one of these kind of guys that if you're a Liverpool fan, you look on with fondness with Bruce Grobbelaar, as you would with who I've put on the substitutes bench in Lawrence. Whereas Lawrence, in fact, a lot of people from Liverpool probably put him in place of Bruce Grobbelaar. But for me, because I haven't seen too much of Lawrence, other than just little bits that I've heard, but Bruce Grobbelaar I know a hell of a lot more about. That's why I put him in there. Exceptional goalkeeper at one time, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world, you could probably say, right? But Bruce Grobbelaar, for me, goalkeeper in the starting 11 for Liverpool. Again, if you're a Liverpool fan and you're a hardcore Liverpool fan, you may not agree with the teams that I have right here, and you probably want some other players, but I think one thing you can agree is it's a pretty good team, right? Anyway, defenders. Right back, Emlyn Hughes. How can I not put Emlyn Hughes? If I was to ever visit Liverpool and they found out that I didn't put Emlyn Hughes in the Liverpool squad, there'll probably be a whole world of trouble for me, right? So that's why I put him in there. Yes, not necessarily a right back, I know that, more of a central defender, but he can play at right back. In fact, Emlyn Hughes can play right the way across the back four, that's for sure. And Emlyn Hughes, legend for Liverpool, no doubt about it. I put Jamie Carragher in there. Is that debatable? Are there other ones that could probably go in there, like Smith, for example? I mean, I think that if you're a real hardcore Liverpool fan, you probably know more about this than what I would. But I think that for me, will you put Tommy Smith in there? Maybe. But I mean, I'll put Jamie Carragher because Jamie Carragher is a lifelong Liverpool player. He's from the area and that as well. Of course, he's on Match of the Day, so a lot of people probably know more about him. But if anybody wants to swap Carragher and Smith around, put Carragher on the bench, I get it. Okay, but Jamie Carragher was exceptional for Liverpool, no doubt about it. Alan Hansen. Again, a lot of people of my age will probably remember him from Match of the Day, not necessarily as a player, because obviously that was way before my time. But Alan Hansen was a rock in the back of the Liverpool defence. Of course, Scottish international as well. But Alan Hansen was phenomenal, and especially with his partnership with Mark Lawrenson. Now, I put Mark Lawrenson on the left because he's left-footed, and he has played at left back as well. But he did move into centre with Alan Hansen. So that's why I've got Mark Lawrenson on the left as well, due to a lot of it, his partnership with Alan Hansen. Okay, so that's the back four. In central midfield, would I dare not put Steven Gerrard in a Liverpool team of all time? I'd be pretty mad not to, right? Now, the thing is with Liverpool is that they're very much like my lot here in Newcastle, which is if you're from the area and you play for the club, you get that little bit more of a boost. Okay, they love nothing more than to have a fellow Geordie play for Newcastle United. Listen, I'm a Geordie as well. You can't tell with my accent, but I am. And same with the Scousers in Liverpool. They love nothing more than to have somebody from the area play for Liverpool and do very, very well. And they have a whole plethora of players in their history. Steven Gerrard, captain, of course, played for England and that as well. At one time, I thought he was going to go to Chelsea. I can't remember that bit, but of course that didn't happen. But Steven Gerrard, Captain Marvel, that's for sure. Absolute legend for Liverpool. I'm sure you totally agree, as was Graham Souness. Scottish international, not the best manager in the world. Some may disagree with that one, but again, I'm looking at it from a Newcastle United point of view for my sins. Not the greatest manager in the world, but Graham Souness as a player was exceptional. Goal scorer, playmaker, the pace setter, a general. Not one to hold back on his thoughts either, but absolutely phenomenal on the pitch. How could I not put Graham Souness in the team? That's my honest opinion on it. Left winger, I'll put John Barnes. Now, John Barnes, yes, of course, he did play in the left wing, but he could switch over to the right in that as well. And the centre, arguably probably the most skillful player that Liverpool has ever had. That's what I hear. That's kind of what I remember as well of John Barnes. Of course, I caught more of the tail end of his career. And of course, when he joined Newcastle, of course, he was a bit past it then, along with Ian Rush when he joined Newcastle with Kenny Dalglish. But John Barnes was exceptional. Was he not? Wasn't he exceptional? He was a powerhouse as well. Very few people could knock him off his feet. Don't get me wrong, he done some pretty spectacular dives, let's be honest. But John Barnes, could you find anybody who's probably a better left winger who's ever played for Liverpool? In my opinion, no. But there again, if you're a hardcore Liverpool fan, maybe you can pull out with somebody. But for me, John Barnes should be in the team, that is for sure. On the right-hand side, I've got Kevin Keegan. Again, yes, I know, he was predominantly a striker, not an out-and-out striker, more of an attacking midfield come striker, or the target man who would set up with his great partnership of John Toshak. Of course, you can see John Toshak on the bench. But I have to put Kevin Keegan in there due to the amount of games that he played for Liverpool and, of course, England. And, of course, he later went on to Hamburg and eventually finished off at Newcastle, my team. But Kevin Keegan, the number 7 for Liverpool, I think that's where most people remember Kevin Keegan. Really do, with his crazy perm. Won so much trophies with Liverpool and that as well, with a great manager and exceptional team and that around him. But Kevin Keegan, didn't he come from, was it Doncaster? I'm sure it was Doncaster. But Kevin Keegan, when you think of Liverpool, you've got to think of Kevin Keegan, as you do with Kenny Dalglish. Kenny Dalglish, a great striker for Liverpool, and of course a manager as well. But Kenny Dalglish was brought in as a replacement for Kevin Keegan, and look what Kenny Dalglish done. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans you may disagree with me, but I think that a lot of Liverpool fans will probably put Kenny Dalglish ahead of Kevin Keegan, even though he's Kevin Keegan's replacement. But I'll put Kevin Keegan in the team. Well, he's not really a right winger, but he's just a damn legend, is he not? How could I not put him on the pitch? So Kenny Dalglish as well. Used to score goals for fun, didn't he? Really for fun. Great header of the ball, can score goals with either foot. Excellent playmaker. And as I said before, just scored goals for fun. Speaking of scoring goals for fun, Ian Rush. Should he be in the starting 11 for Liverpool with all the great strikers that Liverpool's ever had? In my opinion, yes. Maybe in your opinion, no. But I think Ian Rush, Welsh international, fantastic player, was he not? He just knew where that goal was at all times. Tall, skinny, and just had a shot on him like nothing else on earth. Absolute legend for Liverpool, legend for British football, that's for sure. So that's why I got him in there. And the substitutes, I've already briefly said about Lawrence. A lot of Liverpool fans who know a bit more about history than what I do may well have him instead of Bruce Grobbelaar. Who knows? With Tommy Smith, again, how could you not put Tommy Smith in the team? Here, was it Bill Shankly said that no team should ever not have a Tommy Smith in the team? I mean, if Bill Shankly's saying that, how could you not have him in the team, right? So that's why you got Tommy Smith. Sami Hyypiä, one of the more recent players for Liverpool. And I don't really know if he's a legend at Liverpool, but what I've seen of him at central defence, it was pretty damn good, wasn't he? Very good at breaking up the play. Excellent at tackling. He used to always time his sliding tackles to the button. He was really good. Of course, set up the play, would pop the ball forward, switch it from one side to the other. Accurate passing. For me, I mean, I don't know how Liverpool fans feel about Sami Hyypiä, but for me, I think that he was one of your greatest ever defenders. That's my honest opinion on it. So that's why I put him on the bench. Maybe you disagree. Michael Owen again, another local lad. Now I put him ahead of Robbie Fowler. I don't know whether or not I should have done that. Maybe I may get a little bit of abuse for it. But again, Michael Owen, he had a massive impact on Liverpool. I know some Liverpool fans are a bit disgruntled with him because he left them for Real Madrid. I didn't really do too much with Real Madrid, and then of course went to Newcastle, and again spent most of his time injured. So great for costing us all that money. Big up Michael Owen. But for Liverpool, while he was there, goal machine, full of energy. I mean, I know he's only young, but he was just full of energy, full of confidence, and nearly every game that he played, you would fancy him to score a goal, would you not? That's why I put him on there. But again, if you want to put maybe Robbie Fowler on that ahead, or maybe one or two others, that's cool. I have no problem with that. And of course, as I said before, with John Toshak, again, Welsh player. John Toshak, him and Kevin Keegan. I remember watching this thing on, I think it was on videotape, or it may have been on the TV, I don't remember. But him and Kevin Keegan sat back to back because the press and football fans were so convinced that them two could read each other's minds due to their connection on the football pitch. That was pretty weird, wasn't it? But either way, John Toshak, I think a lot of Liverpool fans would agree that he is an absolute legend of Liverpool. That's why I put him on there. Again, if you're a hardcore Liverpool fan, you may totally rip this apart, and that's fair enough. But for me, I think you probably agree. It's not a bad team, is it? Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.